What does FOMO, JOMO, and EMP have to do with COVID? Stay with me. I'm going to explain it in just a moment. So, what do all of these acronyms mean? All these words, FOMO, JOMO, EMP. Some of you might have heard this, okay? For instance, I want you all out there, I'm talking to individuals as well, is if you're in the silent generation, the generation that was born in 1943 to 1964. That's my generation. Did I know what that meant? The silent generation did not probably know what these acronyms mean. Well, what's the next generation? The boomers from 65 to 80. If you're a boomer, I want you to raise your hand. Did you know what those acronyms meant? I don't see many boomers raising their hand, but most of the boomers are the ones watching this, so you might want to stay attention because you want to be in the hip. How about the millennials? The millennials were born from 91 to 95. Many of them knows what they might want to tune it off right now. Well, how about the Gen Zs? The Gen Zs are from 96 to 2010. Not many Gen Zs watch this because they're pretty healthy. They have other things to do. They're keeping them busy. They probably know what FOMO, JOMO, and EMP is. And how about the Zoomers? Well, come on. The Zoomers were born after 2011. Probably none of the Zoomers are watching this today. They probably know what FOMO, JOMO, and EMP is. But I'm going to explain to you what it is, and I'm going to also explain what it has to do with COVID. But before that, I want us to learn a little bit about history. And in previous videos, I talked about how the Bible is true. Scientifically, we can take it to the bank. And if you want to see the science behind the truth in the Bible, look at one of our old videos where we talked about it. But I want to refer you to Daniel. We're going to learn about these acronyms through Daniel and learning from the past, bringing it to the forward. So first is Daniel 1, verses 12. He says, "Please test your servants for 10 days and let them give us vegetables to eat and water to drink." Pulse is another name that they use for that. And this was just when he started his life in the Babylonian Empire. He had been away, he'd been taken away. Unfortunately, by now he might have been near eunuchhood, which is never a good thing to be. But he was taken away from family. He had a few friends there. But he said, listen, I want to have some vegetables to eat and water to drink. And later in the story, in verse 20, it says, "And in all matters of wisdom and understanding, about which the king examined them, he found them," Daniel and his friends who wanted to eat healthy, 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers who were in all his realm. Wow. So what does that have to do with our words today? What does that have to do with FOMO, JOMO, and EMP?